So, let's talk about water. Now, animals they drink water from natural sources, like water flowing from the hilltop, from the mountains, or in the lake. Now, this water is actually living. It has living organisms inside and it is full of energy because it flows from a stream, right? But water in a bottle or in a container loses its spirit. That's why some people like to magnetize their water, like they try to magnetize a cup of water before drinking. Some people like to purify water. Some just like to buy expensive water straight from the mountains, but but the water is still contained in the bottle. Uh, there's like so many things about this, but let's consider that. Let's consider it this way: if you really want to store water in a bottle, try doing it in a glass, in a completely glass one, or a metal flask, or maybe even gold or bronze. That's how people. That's how you might have seen lots of images or videos of people in the past drinking water from really royal or golden cups like this one. It looks like a flute and it's so beautiful. Why? Because it makes sense. So, and there's also another one thing. You don't need a lot of water. You just need a little bit of sip now and then. This is true when you are eating less. Now, if I eat a lot of food, if I eat like twice a day, and the food contains like a lot of wheat, ghee, or butter, or something like this, like a lot of bread varieties, then obviously you're gonna feel more thirsty. You're gonna feel like your system is not unable to digest the food, and you wanna need more of liquid, more of fruits, example. But if you're just eating a lot of fruits and less of solid food, sometimes you just need a little bit of sip now and then, and that's enough. I do that and it is more better. Why? Because you pee less. That's one thing. And when you are sitting down and working all the time, sometimes I just stand up, just stretch myself, just raise your hands up, look up, and give a good stretch to the stomach, like this area, this lower area. What happens is you feel more free and you're good to go. Now, if I eat outside food, for example, a lot of outside food, what they do is they try to have a lot of oil. They make food with a lot of oil or other ingredients. It may contain preservatives or stabilizers or thickeners or whatever, right? Now these ingredients affect your system as a whole. It does affect me. But why do I still do it? Well, sometimes I eat this outside food just for taste, or when I'm extremely bored, or when I'm not doing anything, or when I lack the purpose. But if there is enough purpose, I'm just doing my stuff. And it's not about purpose in the human realm, it's purpose in my real world. That is something very different. And we'll talk about it next time or some other beats. Anyways, let's go to working. Like so, when you do a lot of physical work, yes, you require water because you sweat, or or if the weather is too sunny and it's not cold, you don't sweat a lot. You sweat a lot in sunny days. but not in winter. So, in winter, you may require less water, very less. In summer, you may require more, like more sip now and then. When I talk about sip, it's just like a little bit, like, let me see. So it's going to be like, just like this, maybe just a little bit of this, even lesser than that. So probably it's something like this much from here to here. That's it. This should be enough. And what I do is when I drink water or sip water, I try to wash my mouth, like to give it a good rinse, because it cleans up the bacteria, and then and it also reduces the smell, the odor from the mouth, because this area is prone to a lot of bacteria. And again, depending on your location, or if you're traveling somewhere constantly, or you're sitting too often, which is unnatural to be honest, or you're wearing too much of clothes, like excessive clothing in the summer, especially, like let's say boxers, or boxers, shorts, and then another one like overprotective clothes, like layers of clothes. All these things affect your systems. That's why I chose the remote work. So I can just chill out, and I'm just wearing this right now for the weed, but on other times and I'm just like chilling, just with the socks, just with the shorts, and that's it. And I regularly clean up or wash my mouth and armpits and genitals. It always helps with being more clean. How does water connect to this? Now, depending on your location, the normal tap water that you get might still be contaminated. You might have they it might have been you might have some kind of minerals, some kind of chemicals, etc. Right? It depends. So yeah, you could use a water purifier if you like. It does help. Or if you live nearby the hills, or if you have opportunities to travel to hillside, like waterfalls, not the ones that human use more often, something exotic, something that is less used by humans. You can always find that. I have found that once a long time ago. I still do it once in a while. So in that, you can simply drink the water, but carefully, like just sip once a sip. And when you do that, always start slow. Try to get used to it. Another one I can tell you is similarly, like water, your body naturally produces two things, like either sweat from the external or urine. Now, if you are eating the right kind of food, like less food, or like more of fruits, more of liquid items, your urine is also very clean, like almost clean and non-smelly. It doesn't smell, or it doesn't have an odor. When it is almost colorless, you can actually drink it. I do that sometimes when I'm eating like when I eat like really pure food, like really veg, really like less food, and there is no color. And what I do is like in the morning, just a little bit of sip, because this is more natural than having water or other sources of liquid, which is not from your body, right? So that's about water. Glad you got to know something about it. I will talk to you soon. Take care.